The following podcast is a Dear Media production.
Does anyone actually know what's going on here?
I literally have no idea. Help.
We're 20 whatever. Hi. Hey.
Hello.
And welcome back to 20 whatever. All three of us
on the couch.
Yes. A lot's happened in the last couple months now since all three of us have been together, and we've got a lot to talk about, a lot to cover. But just to kick it off, I'm just so happy to have this time with you guys today.
I know. It's been a long time. Yeah. It's actually been a long time since we've all been together.
Yeah. I saw you guys in Legally Blonde.
Yes.
Which is like a huge thing that we have to talk about today.
Totally.
And just how truly life-changing that was for you guys.
Yeah.
But that was, that was me watching you. That was
right. And like a very, oh my God, hi, oh my God, thanks for coming. It's so awesome. Okay, bye. That's what it felt like.
I know, not having that moment to like really debrief. Because you're like, she's like, oh my God, hi. Because also we were so busy towards the tail end that I feel like we also didn't get to like catch up as much. So
it was literally like so in passing.
Like, how are you guys? Congratulations. I love you. See you soon.
See you soon. Yep.
Very that energy.
Yeah. So like, it feels like we haven't seen each other.
Totally.
Yeah.
Especially because I was one of many who were wanting to meet you guys after the show. There were so many 20 whatever viewers there.
You guys, if you were there, please comment something down below and let us know that you were there. That was like an out of body experience. Like I remember like us being like, oh yeah, because we had gotten some DMs of being like, oh, we're going to come. And like, we're like, oh, that's so exciting. And like, you think that, right? And you're like, oh yeah, we'll see them and stuff. It'll be like talking to our family and friends after the show. It was a million times more incredible. Like it was just, I don't even have words.
Meeting and connecting with you guys was just so like magical. And it just felt so like, again, like friends, like seeing old friends, like, oh my God. And they're just like, you guys were just so supportive and so kind with your words and just like really knowing that that was something that we wanted to do. And they were just, I can't even, I know. Speechless. I truly feel so speechless and just so much gratitude. Truly. Totally. So please comment below so we can scream at you again.
Yes,
because I know that's kind of what it was like. They were like,
that is what it was like.
We were like, oh my God. Yeah. So also sorry because we were not.
The adrenaline also was so high because it was like right after the show. My dad was there at the matinee show and there was so many viewers at that one. And he was recording like Paloma and I like taking pictures with the viewers. And in the back of the video, you can hear him being like, they're never going to believe this. I can't believe that they're here to see Riayn. Like, that's crazy. Look at this line. Like, this crazy. And it's so sweet. Obviously, now I'm like, Dad, the audio. Like, but also it's so sweet because he was like so shook by it. Because like, that was an experience that both of our parents like got to see. And that's a whole other thing. So
I know. I think that was just the cherry on top of like such a beautiful experience. Like truly.
Oh, yeah.
Icing on the cake.
Absolutely.
I know. I couldn't have asked for a better like experience. And like I'm like I that's probably gonna start crying about that one. So let's not touch into her just yet. What about you?
No, it was funny though, because we got there early and I met like a viewer outside the show and then one inside the show. And then we sat down in our seats and I was with Steven and Rachel and we're all kind of talking. And then the girl behind us is like, oh, sorry to bother you. Like, I'm here to support Riayn and Paloma. I love the podcast. And so I'm talking to her, and then the girl next to her is like, oh, me too. And then the girl next to her, and then the person in front of me, and then the person next to me. And we realized we are surrounded. We took a selfie together, so we'll put it on screen here. But I was like, we're all here for Riayn and Paloma.
Yes. When you sent that photo, or somebody said, I think you sent it, somebody sent it. And I was like, this is so, like,
I know. I saw that photo at intermission. And so because I don't check my phone right before the show, I just can't like mentally get myself there. Because then I start getting anxious like about the people being there. Right. So I wait till intermission to open my phone and took it off DND. And I saw that photo and I swear my heart like busted out of my chest. Like I was like, this is just so beautiful. And the amount of love and support. And so thank you again so much for coming and supporting us. Like literally that meant so much. So thank you.
It was so amazing to see you guys on that stage. Like, I mean, I already know that you guys are so incredibly talented. To see that on stage and to see like just the magic that you guys and your cast and your crew created, like it was a phenomenal show.
Thank you so much.
And Steven said the same thing and Rachel said the same thing. And after the show, Steven was like they have something so special. And like Paloma in this role, like he was like, oh my God. He's like, I know you guys talk about that she's so talented and, you know, that like that time we were talking about how you're just as good as Rachel Zegler and that could totally be you. He's like, I've heard you guys say those things, but to see it, he was like, oh yeah, tearing up.
Aww.
And we both like just loved to see it. And it was like, I cried after the show.
Yeah.
Because it's just to see someone to see two people who love what they're doing so much and shine so much in that way, especially in a show that's so engaging and high energy. Like you guys just, there's something that like can't be measured in that, you know? Mm-hmm. And it's that thing that can't be measured that creates that magic and that feeling of like, oh my God, like you should be doing this for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I think there's like that feeling too of there at this point for me, I haven't done something so that moves me so like aggressively in a good way, like theater does. And every time just like, and I don't know if it's like I forget that I like love it so much, or I just get like really real and I'm like, oh, you know, whatever, that's what you did, you know, back in the day. And that's like a cute thing you do now. But like doing that, the whole experience was like so crazy and there was like so much doubt and everything. But like once we got to the performances and we were doing it, especially that night that you came, that Saturday night, that was our best show of the run. Mm-hmm. And it literally felt like you were like, I was like blacked out. You're like, did we even do act one? I was like, yeah.
And you killed it.
I swear I could feel my body vibrating. Like literally, like I was like, and I had my cast come up to me and be like, Paloma, you are always so great, but right now you're on fire and I can feel your energy. It's literally fueling me is what they said that night. And I was like, I feel it, like I'm like, I can feel it. And I just was beaming because that's what I should be doing. And it just felt so right. And so like, so to hear people talk about and say like, watching you is like, oh, like that feeling of we can't even explain that magic. Like, what is that? I like get that feeling of like, what is this magic? What is this drugs? Like, this is something that feels so right. And I feel like I can't even give it up is kind of how it felt, you know? So, and I think Legally Blonde kind of like shook me a little bit more than I thought it was going to and opened my eyes in so many different ways that I couldn't have expected. Like, yes, I know I love theater and I love performing. Duh. Right. But this was like, you need to be doing this more. Like this should be your life. Like this is like, this is the sauce.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah.
And since Legally Blonde, I really sat down with myself and was like, how are you like to give up this feeling and like this everything? And I'm like, well, girl, I feel like this is what you should be doing with your life. And like your life's work should be to continue to do this. Like this is an experience and a moment in your life that you never even also thought you would have again. So me fight literally choking back tears right now. But
we're back, ladies. Whether you're off to the pool, hiking, or traveling this summer, you're bringing your microbiome with you too. The 38 trillion bacteria that live in and on you, especially your gut, are essential to whole body health. Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic benefits your gut, skin, and heart health in just 2 capsules a day. I was super excited to start taking the DS-01 Daily Symbiotic because I really wanted to focus on my gut health. And so far, I have seen an improvement in my digestion the most. I take my DS-01 capsules right at the top of the day so that I don't forget, and that way it gives me a peace of mind that I'm going to have good digestion throughout the rest of the day. I love that Seed has a rigorous scientific testing method. It really helps me feel safe and secure taking the capsules every day. Your body is an ecosystem, and great whole body health starts in the gut. Your gut is central hub for various pathways through your body. And a healthy gut microbiome means benefits for digestion, skin health, heart health, your immune system, and so much more. And it's backed by science. Lots of science. With clinical trials and breakthrough research published on top scientific journals, Seed's probiotic research and development makes DS-01 a product you know you can trust. Not only has every single ingredient been tested individually in scientific studies for their safety, dosage, and benefits, the DS-01 formulation as a whole has been evaluated in 2 clinical trials. Seed's patented capsule-in-capsule design means that all 24 strains of bacteria survive the journey from shipping to your door through digestion without synthetic or chemical coating, and no refrigeration needed. Seed goes the extra mile by testing their products in Chyme, the closest system developed to model human digestion and the gut, to ensure 100% of the dose is delivered to where it needs to go. Support your gut this summer with Seed's DS-01 Daily Symbiotic. Symbiotic. Go to seed.com/20whatever and use code 2520whatever to get 25% off your first month. That's 25% off your first month of Seed's DS01 Daily Symbiotic at seed.com/20whatever, code 2520whatever.
Now that I've decided to really pursue and really like take myself serious of like acting in theater, I realized that like I need to really put myself out there and not just kind of like audition when I see like a thing or whatever, like really take it seriously and look for representation, not just in LA, and like really try to make this like what you do with your life and like don't
Career.
have and my like your career, right? And I think that I'm so scared of like taking that one foot and putting it in the car and driving because, oh God, because what if I can? Or like, I don't know. So Legally Blonde really just like made me realize that I need to pursue and focus on my theater career and acting career. And that's where I need to put my whole soul. So I'm going to be looking for representation by Coastal and just going to be putting myself out there for any and all auditions and letting like the universe guide me to my next project. But I'm going to put myself out there because I don't feel like it just comes to you. You got to put yourself out there, which made me realize that I need to really put my whole self into that. And I need to focus really seriously on that project. So it made me realize that I can't have projects and commitments that keep my focus elsewhere. And I like really need to just focus in and zone in on this craft and chase this career, which is why we've decided as a group to part ways with this project as we prepare ourselves for this next chapter and journey into our lives. A lot has happened and a lot is happening.
Yeah. And we're so proud of you.
Yes.
So to you guys, this episode is going to be our second to last. We're going to have one more next week going through all of our favorite like 20 whatever memories and everything. But just to kind of, dive more into in this episode, I think what you're doing for yourself is so important and so valuable. We've seen you want to chase this dream and have that little bit of self-doubt of, well, let me just keep one foot out so that I don't know if I can do this.
Right.
Do you think Legally Blonde made you realize, wait, but I think what if I can? And what if I'm not allowing myself to put my whole Palomacy into this?
No.
No. Not the Palomacy.
Hate it.
But tea. Ultimately, Legally Blonde.
Oh, here we go.
I like how we're alternating between like tears.
And that's what this moment, honestly, in time is for me. It feels very happy, sad. Like it's so happy, sad, like so deeply because, again, I don't think that without this journey, this podcast, these viewers, this experience, I would be here where I am now. I couldn't have, it's all about the climb. Miley really knew what she was saying when she came in with that one. Like, It really is all about the climb. And I wouldn't have known, like we've said before, you wouldn't know until you got there. So getting to Legally Blonde really was that, like, see dreams do come true. And I was like, dang.
You never have to compromise.
You never have, exactly.
Yeah.
You just have to put yourself out there.
And this is you putting yourself out there.
Yeah.
And I couldn't be prouder of you. I think this is what you're made to do. And that's why, like, as, happy, sad as it is to say goodbye to this couch and all the amazing memories that we've had, the three of us, the four of us with Jess as 20 whatever, like, this is, I think, undoubtedly the right move for you. And I'm so happy for you. And I think for all of us, all the pieces kind of fall into place where this is, because we could have kept it going, the two of us, or, there was conversation of, do we want to repurpose it in a different way and do something different? But 20 whatever is this. And also all of us are in such different phases of life now than we were when we started. I think, and it's been 2 years. Today's our 100th episode.
I know.
Yeah, I know. Oh
and I
God.
think it just, everything, as sad as it is, it makes so much sense to just say this was an amazing thing that we did for 2 years. And I'm so proud of what we did.
Yeah.
And personally, I feel like I did so much growth on this couch. And it was amazing to like just see you guys blossom and shine and do the things that I always knew that you could do. and see you guys just really thrive and step into all of that in terms of social media and theater and like what the hell we're doing with our own like body image and confidence and everything.
Right.
I'm so grateful for what we got to do here the last 2 years.
Totally.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been a journey. And I feel like, you know, it's so funny to think about like where we were even at like a year ago.
Mm-hmm.
And then to think that we've been doing this for 2 years.
I know.
Like, it's really crazy at how fast time goes. But I think like, you know, having these conversations with Paloma and like, I mean, obviously I was there for all of Legally Blonde. So I was like, this bitch is living. So, you know, when we talked about this, and she was like, you know, I really need to like do the most over here. I was like, you know, feeling the happy, sad feelings, obviously very happy for her, sad, you know, for this. But then it gave me the opportunity to think about what I was doing, you know, in my next move and be like, okay, well, right. Chase your dreams. I've heard about that. I've heard.
Let me get a little slice of that.
Yeah, because I feel like it's so funny. It's quite ironic now, but I feel like I'm kind of back in a place where I was when we first started the podcast, where I'm like, I don't really know what's going on. Like, it's been 2 years. Like, I've grown a lot and like I'm having a good time, but I have no idea what's going on with my life at all. Like, I'm really just here for the ride. And that's so 20 whatever of us to be like, I'm about to go chase my dream of my whole life and do this thing. For you to be like, and I got 2 kids and I'm out here living this life and I'm popping my pussy and we're doing content. And I'm like, I still don't have any idea. But you know what? That's what being in your 20s is like.
It is.
This.
Yeah. Figuring yourself out,
Totally.
rediscovering your passions. Like, that is the epitome of 20 whatever.
Totally.
And for this to be where we wrap it up, I think is like, it's like that synergy.
Totally.
You know?
You're like, what do you mean Paloma's gonna go chase your dreams? Chase your dreams!
Yeah.
Right.
They're like, surprise, surprise,
Right.
you know?
Yeah.
Surprise!
You know?
Totally.
It's
Yeah.
like, we are still those same girls that will break into song and like, we'll be like, always down. Like, this magic here will always like exist. And I'm
Yeah.
so thankful that we found it and we have it. Like, thank God for it, because I'm going to need this support. Like, this is what I need to continue to chase my dreams. Like, seriously,
Right.
without it, I'm going to be like, what the hell am I doing? Maybe I should quit again. I don't know. Like,
Right.
you
And
know
we're
what
going
I'm
to be
saying?
there. No, Paloma!
Keep
Literally.
chasing your dreams.
Yeah,
So like,
yeah.
I have to keep going. And so like, this moment in time is serving as my reminder. Don't give up on your dreams. Put yourself out there.
Mhm.
Chase your dreams because you're in your 20s still, you know, look at
And
us.
2 years goes by real fast.
Look at where we've
I'm
been.
like, look,
Wait, actually, do you remember when I was too scared to post that I would like singing on the
Yes.
internet?
I was literally gonna say when you were like, we were here when you were like discovering, but like we were there before she even got to wanting to do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
You were making food content.
I was putting butter on it.
TBT.
I was literally
butter toast.
making cute toast, bro. I was trying to find myself in this world,
Right.
like just trying everything and seeing what would stick. And surprise, surprise, girl, it was the thing that you already knew.
Yep.
Today's episode of 20 Whatever is sponsored by Cotton. Cotton's The Fabric of Now campaign is challenging everyone to make the natural choice, to give yourself enough room to breathe so you can be more intentional. Cotton as a fabric is soft, it's breathable, it's comfortable. It feels like laying in a grassy field with a perfect summer breeze. It's that ease of finding a gentle place to settle in and just be. Cotton is natural and comes from the earth, so it does not contribute to microplastic pollution. It's also hypoallergenic, so it's gentle on your skin. And cotton is versatile. It's long lasting. Personally, I have cotton pieces in my closet that I've had for years and years that have held up so well and are just some of those pieces that I still reach for over and over again because they're just so soft and comfortable. I love me a good cotton t-shirt. It's like the perfect staple. Also, there's nothing like a light and breezy cotton dress in the summertime. And on those days when I am just standing in front of my closet with no idea what I should wear, it's always my cotton button-ups that I reach for, my go-to. It's a choice that I know I'll feel comfortable and good in all day long. If you're looking to incorporate cotton into your closet, home, or lifestyle, make sure to check out the shop cotton section of thefabricofourlives.com and discover the fabric of now at thefabricofourlives.com. And for you, Riayn, you started up your YouTube channel back again after we started 20 Whatever, around the same time, right?
Yeah.
Like that was when, around the same time 2 years ago, that you were like, you know what? I'm going to really give this a shot. And holy crap, have you succeeded?
Yeah, that has also been so, I mean, I feel like because of 20 Whatever, I was able to really try and I was able to really like just go for it. And to have this support, obviously, of you guys here, and then to have your guys' support, like it was like, okay, I feel like I'm really doing something here. And then every time I did something, it was like really good, like positive feedback. And it just has helped me to like do all of these things that I've been able to do in the last 2 years and like make these connections that I make. And it's like, it feels right. Cause I think that's the other thing about this too, is like, it would be one thing if she was like, yeah, I feel like I'm going to pursue theater. And we're like, are you sure? Like, I'm like, I love that. And like, you should do whatever you should need to do. But to quit the podcast,
you're like, I don't
what
know.
are we doing? But like, it made sense. And, you know, like everything just feels right.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like the second that you brought that up to us, we're like, yes, of course.
Right.
Yes.
We were like, duh.
Yeah. I'm so glad you have realized it, because everyone in the audience who's watched you in every show you've ever done is thinking the same thing of,
yeah,
holy crap, this girl has something special. This girl can do it.
Mm-hmm.
All the way back
Yep.
when I saw you at the NYA Awards.
Yeah.
I was like, who is that?
Right.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Dude, it's all about the climb
It
and
really
the journey
is.
to getting there, which is what I've realized too. I'm like, oh my God, so what's next? To be on Broadway, to be on a tour, to do this, do that. And I'm like, how about you just get yourself really ready and put yourself really out there, and the project that's right for you, and like like everything always finds itself to you. So just work really, really hard and chase your dreams.
Yep. It's the experience.
It's the experience. And because this is what I'm going to look back on, and like
Mhm.
truly, when they were like, how's Legally Blonde? The rehearsals, I miss it so much. Like
Mhm.
that whole process, like the whole experience of auditioning, getting excited to do it, callbacking, doing
Yep.
that was magic and money. So I don't know why we try to like fast forward through those
I know, but
magical parts.
even getting to the shows, I'm like, obviously I love performing the shows, and like that's the whole thing. But when I think about Legally Blonde, I think about the rehearsals.
And the climb of getting
Yeah,
there, and like
yeah.
the whole process,
Yeah.
because that's where those special moments are. So,
Totally. Totally.
I know.
Well, last time we were on this couch, you had a baby
big ass
inside
belly.
of you. Yeah. You were literally with child.
Yes. Yeah. I'm now a mom of 2.
Now you have 2.
Alice is about to be 4 months old.
Which is crazy.
So
What?
crazy. It's flown by, and I love it so much. I had so many worries and fears about being a mom of 2, and there are absolutely hard moments, but overwhelmingly, it just feels like, this is the way our family is supposed to be. Like this is absolutely perfect. And like, is every moment perfect? Definitely not, but it's probably the happiest I've been in a while.
Wow.
I just love it.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I've talked about this in other places too, but weird stuff happens postpartum with your hormones and your body image and everything. But I look at my life and I'm like, this is what I want to be doing. And this is the best thing. And I'm just so happy.
Yeah.
So happy.
Yeah. And like you said, like, and I can't even imagine, like, obviously, like the work that goes into it, but it's like that work that you like love to do. You know, like that's when the work doesn't feel like work. It's like I'm just pouring myself into it. And so it just feels so good. Oh, that's so lovely.
And it helps that Alice is a really easy baby.
Period.
She's sleeping well. And
Good.
it also helps that Grace could not be more excited about being a big sister. I thought some of that would fade, you know, when like it wasn't so new anymore to have a baby sister. She wants Alice to go everywhere with us, do everything with us. In the morning, like the first thing she always asks is Alice awake? Can I hold Alice? Like, and it's so beautiful to see their bond grow. And
that's good because
Yeah.
sometimes it's not so good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's like they're so young that you can't like naturally force that. That's like natural, like you know, like whatever's happening there.
Like
is
if
like
they're not trying, if they're not down, they're not down.
Yeah, it's like you just can't force that. So
Yeah.
it's so nice that she naturally is gravitating towards her.
Yeah. And I think a big part of that is age, the age gap, but also Grace had been asking us, when am I going to get a baby? Since before Steven and I were ready.
Right.
She was ready for
She
this.
said TikTok.
Yeah.
And when is the baby coming?
Right.
That's so sweet.
I love
Oh my
that.
gosh, witnessing that love between the girls must really get you going.
I know.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, do you just like melt?
I do. Yeah.
God.
It's just beautiful. I just love it. And it even makes it easier, like being away and working, because I'm now back to working 2 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, Grace and Alice, they're together. We have a new nanny who we absolutely adore. And so it's like, okay, it's still sometimes a little nerve-wracking stepping away and getting back into all this, but it just feels so like, I know they're good, and they have each other.
Oh.
And
I was going to say, do you think that like, because I feel like you kind of talked about this before when you would be like, okay, I'm like going to go work. And she'd be like, but what about me? And like, I want to go with you. And like, do you think that's easier now too? Because like, you do have to come back. You got to feed the baby.
Yeah, yes.
So you can go play your little games, do your little work, but you have to come back.
You got to come back.
Yeah.
And she, in her mind, she's watching the baby.
Oh, right.
She's helping the nanny watch the baby.
The nanny's helping her.
Yes,
Right.
exactly.
She's like, you're just here for supervision.
She's like, don't worry, Mom.
She's like,
I got this.
it.
I got this.
She'll tell me, like, oh, go ahead, Mommy. Like, I'm watching Alice. Like, I was running around packing a diaper bag and Alice was in the bouncer. And she goes, Mommy, I could baby watch Alice for you,
Oh, right.
So sweet.
And you're like,
So sweet.
I believe that you believe
Yes.
that you can sit here and watch her.
So I'm
That's so
excited
sweet.
just to watch their relationship grow. And, I told Grace, okay, pretty soon here we're going to get to like start like solid food with Alice. Like she's going to get to eat. Oh my God. That's like I just told Grace she won the lottery.
Right.
She's going to eat food?
Right.
Oh my God. And everything is like that with her.
I love
good.
that.
And that will also, like, how, like, sometimes kids, I don't know, like, what they like to eat, but it's like that will motivate them, too. Like, if there's something that Grace isn't so crazy about, you're like, oh, and by the way, Alice is going to try carrots or whatever.
Right.
I want to try it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what so if there's any foods that she's, like,
Or even
pickier with.
if Alice is like having a struggle with the food, like as she gets older, be like, maybe she'll eat it if
Exactly.
his big sister Grace eating it, then maybe
The kids
and
that
it's
I-
like great,
Yes, the kids that I babysat before, literally, I did that. That's why I'm like, that trick, by the way, tell them.
Whenever she's like having a hard moment, having a meltdown, almost every time she'll immediately stop crying at one point and just go, is Alice worried about me? And then go back to crying.
And you know what? Me too.
She's like, wait a minute.
That's so like,
Is she?
drama. But of course.
It's so funny. And then she'll come up, again, stop crying, stroke her head. It's okay, baby sis.
She's like, I'm fine. Don't you worry about me. That is so
But also
funny.
worry about me.
Right. Are you worrying about me? But
Don't.
That's
That
hilarious.
is so cute.
I love that.
Oh my God.
I really do love that.
That's really sweet.
So it's been fun. I'm enjoying Mom of Two life. It's definitely, like just so many moving parts and just getting out and doing things takes so much more time. I'm like,
Right.
to get them in and out of the car and then, okay, you stand here, but keep your hand on the car because we're in the middle of a parking lot and then, okay, gotta get you out of the car seat.
Right.
But so amazing and worth it.
Right.
Yeah.
Also,
Oh.
this is like the best time. It's like summer and you can like go do stuff and it's like hot and
Yes.
pool.
Yes.
Lots of
We've been
pool.
loving the pool.
Yeah.
Mm.
Loving
Yep.
it. That's something Grace and I have been doing a lot during Alice's naps. Is like I'll put Alice down for a nap and I'm like, you want to go in the pool?
Right.
Nice.
Right. I'm sure she loves that
Nice.
too.
Yeah. She
Oh
does.
my gosh.
Oh.
Summer vibes.
I know. Summer with the girls. This house is a woman's house.
It is.
Hi, girls.
I know. It's all
I love
hey
it.
girls.
Steven
love
is
it.
overrun with feminine energy at all hours of the day.
Oh.
I
So
love that.
sweet.
I love that. It's better that way.
Yeah, it is. It is. And honestly, I always knew, like, I would say, I think you're going to be an amazing girl dad if we have a girl before we even had kids. And he's like, what are you talking about? I grew up around all boys. I only have a brother. I'm like,
You're
just
like,
you
right,
wait.
but
But it's giving, like,
you just have that
sensitive.
vibe.
The vibe.
Right.
yeah.
Warm, yeah.
As soon as, remember when she told us that she was having another girl,
We were like, right.
That literally,
Of course.
Steven, perfect. Like,
yeah,
great.
yeah. I'm like, yeah, that checks out.
Perfect. Excellent.
Yeah, it totally made sense. I've obviously, like, if you had had a boy, it would have been great and would have been fine. But like, it's not better than having a girl.
Sorry, girls are superior.
Girls
love you boys, but girls are superior. We're the best. Okay.
I think part of that, because I talked a little bit about this in, the episodes that we did before I gave birth, but, I was like, I think we're done, but I'm not totally for sure. Both Steven and I have been like, yeah, I think we're done. Like, I think this feels complete. This feels right. Like, we were like, we'll leave the door open. We'll, kind of figure that out later. But I think the more time that goes on, we've had quite a few times where we look at each other and we go, this is it.
Yeah.
And maybe that'll change in 5 or 6 years. And, could, and that would be okay too. But I feel like we're both like, yeah, this
feels right.
This is right.
Yeah.
That's big.
Yeah.
Well, I think that's even that's a big thing to know, that you feel like your family's complete.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people would they're like, yeah, we can maybe keep it open. But like, to know, you're like, this is us.
And when you know, I feel like just as human, because it's like such an interesting thing where it's like, how do you know? I don't know. I just got this feeling.
Yeah.
It's just this feeling and it feels right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. And we feel very like complete and content. And not like we're done because like, God, we couldn't have another, like this is too much, too hard. It's just, this is perfect for us.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lovely.
That.
Yeah. I loved getting to have this chat with you guys.
Me too.
Yes. I'm excited to continue with our one last episode, which you guys are going to see next week. We're going to relive some of our favorite 20 whatever memories, and think also just kind of chat a little bit about where things are going for all of us.
To follow along on all of these journeys that we will be having for the years to come, make sure to subscribe to all of our individual channels. Follow us on Instagram, TikTok. All the things are always linked down below. And we will see you guys in the next one. Bye.
Please note that this episode may contain paid endorsements and advertisements for products and services. Individuals on the show may have a direct or indirect financial interest in products or services referred to in this episode.